Hi YouTube, James Baker here, and today I have a great call with a woman. She's Indian, but she lives in Ireland and she wants a US company. She's very organized and has these questions listed out, and we go bang, 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 bang through all the questions. So if you wanted a straight to the point question video from me with no fluff, answering a bunch of questions from someone with a perspective like that, then this is the video for you. If you want to ask me your own questions, you can try to schedule a call in the description below the video, and I would be so happy to talk to you as well, pending my availability. And yeah, let's just get to the call. I appreciate you being here.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Hi, James. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for your time. I would say, I have seen your YouTube series of calls, it was very interesting. I thought, I had some specific questions because I'm new to LLC companies. So I thought I'll have a chat with you to understand even more better about it.
No, thanks for scheduling the call. Thanks for waiting for me. I haven't been doing as many of the Zoom of these the free calls because I've been busy with a lot of people, but I'm happy that you scheduled. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you calling from today?
Yeah, sure. I'm calling from Ireland today, and I'm actually an Indian. So I'm here to work with a company, so I'm working here. So I thought, I was just exploring to start up my business. So when I saw many of options in Europe, and then I landed up seeing US, not having tax and stuff. So I thought, okay, let me, even understand better about that. So my idea about is on artificial intelligence. So services regarding artificial intelligence and training regarding artificial intelligence mostly. So yeah, it is a quite, a platform where, we have online kind of training. So we don't need to be in a physical presence or something like that. So it would be, easier for us to have a virtual office and work on that.
Certainly. So you're in Ireland working virtually for an American company, and your nationality is Indian.
No. I'm not working for an American company. I'm in Ireland working for an Irish company. So
Okay.
I wanted to start my business. So I was just exploring, a few options, and that is when I came to know about US. So yeah, that
So
is the
you
whole.
want to start so you have a job and you want to start like a side business or a consulting
Yeah,
business or
right,
something.
right,
Oh,
right.
perfect. Yeah. So yeah, I mean a US LLC is perfect for that. It's I help people with it all the time. It's really great because uh, it's just easier to do a lot of stuff in the US, and you don't have to pay taxes here if you don't have any stuff here. So
Yeah.
it's having there's a lot of great technologies, and the banking system's pretty open. So there's a lot of benefits to using a US company.
Yeah, thanks. So I have a couple of questions, so I have just listed them so that I could ask you while we are on call.
Sure.
So yeah. So if can I share my screen or can I just go ahead with the questions
You can
like
share your
that?
screen
Yeah, sure.
if you want.
Yep, I'll do that.
How's the light looking on my? It feels like I have a fun shadow on my face because I
No,
had.
no, no. Yeah, you're actually looking perfect. So
I leave the office lights on. And I put one light in my face. I could leave it dark in here otherwise.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I was actually, thinking about what will be the cost that I have to have an initial in when I'm starting my company initially, what cost will it cost me like apart from the registration with, uh, for the agent services, like, having my virtual address and then having the postal service that if there are any posts coming in. So yeah, that would be my first question.
Okay. I mean, the costs depend on what services you need and what you want to get. I mean, they're all separate online. The registration costs are pretty. You can look those up too. They're pretty standard. We have our own packages that we sell, which are kind of like all inclusive of all of this stuff, and can work with me and stuff. But if you have time and interest to learn and do a lot of it yourself, there obviously are there's ways to figure it out, like watching the channel and stuff. So, the costs really depend. Most, virtual addresses, you probably won't need much mail delivered to you remotely. I mean,
Okay.
it's not, it's like The address is really important if you're doing like e-commerce or drop shipping, so people can send returns and so people you can have your state registrations and stuff. But for a simple service business or something like that, you really wouldn't get much mail.
Yeah.
So the benefit for U.S. Apart from not paying any taxes, which is great, is using a U.S. company. It's where the best consumers in the world are. I'm comfortable saying we have the best consumers, it was a compliment or not. And
Yeah.
and it's you can use all the fintech and the financial services and the other like Facebook and Instagram and Google and where you run all your ads are all U.S. companies, so it's a little easier to do all this stuff with U.S. companies generally. There's ways around it and stuff, but since I don't think the costs are prohibitive enough or the compliance is prohibitive enough not to do it. I think everyone should have a U.S. company.
Okay. Okay.
Because I mean, it's, you have to pay whatever fees to have a company anywhere. Why not do it where if the fees are all the same everywhere else? Why not take advantage of the other benefits that I mentioned, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So the money from the company card can be used. If you have an LLC, you can use the company money however you want.
Oh, okay. So there's no restriction to it, like, so I shouldn't use for these kind of services and stuff, no.
What do you mean? You should invoice for these services? What do you mean?
So for example, like, if I'm not taking the money from the business account as a salary to my account and I'm just using it directly from the debit card, that doesn't have any problem, is it?
No, for accounting, I would consider those distributions. I think it's easier to do the accounting if you just transfer it out. But if it's just you, it doesn't really matter. You can see what's a business expense and what's not. You can do the accounting pretty quickly. You're gonna have a pretty simple operation.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So the course for Form 5472 is not really a bookkeeping course, but it's on how to prepare this form. Yeah, I guess you have lifetime access. I think I only do like one review for you because I'll review the form the first time. So we'll probably only do one review, but I'll let you have lifetime access.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
How does the LLC company actually work? The LLC company, that's a good question. How does the LLC company actually work? So then my team can segment this and make separate videos. How does the LLC company actually work? Great question. It's a disregarded entity. It doesn't exist for tax purposes. It's for legal protection principally. And most of the stuff that you register for, you'll have to share your personal information because the LLC, like I said, doesn't exist for tax purposes. And it doesn't pay any taxes or file any tax forms, really, like a couple forms, but that's it, I guess, how it works. How long does it take to register an LLC? It depends by state, but usually a week or two. It's pretty quick to register the LLC. It could be a couple days.
Okay, that's too quick then.
The EIN number is what takes a long time. The EIN number can take up to two months, 3 months right now because the IRS is behind and they just never made that a priority anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. What should you keep in mind when starting the company? I always say, don't focus too much on these details. Focus on providing a solution for your client's problems and just focus on actual business stuff. You can always figure this stuff out. But having a good product or a good solution and knowing who your client is and be able to find them and deliver it to them is like all you should really worry about. You shouldn't really worry as much about this stuff.
Yeah.
That's right. So how to register the name of the company when you register with the state, that's you'll tell them the name you want and they'll tell you if it's available.
Okay.
How should I keep updating my local address? I mean, if you change your address, you should update it with whoever you have, who you're, is waiting for it.
Yeah.
How to apply for the EIN? It's just like how to apply for the EIN is Form SS4. I have I have some videos on like how to complete that line by line.
Okay. So without a EIN number, I cannot have the transaction into my account, right? Is that so?
It's just SS4. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Without an EIN number, you can't register for anything. It's the number of the company. It's like vitally important.
Okay, okay. So basically, once I get my EIN, that is when I have to keep my account up and running, right?
Well,
So without,
you can't even open an account without an EIN.
okay, okay. Thanks. That makes sense. Yeah.
So for a local contact number, there's different apps. I think Hushed app is what I refer to most people. It's called like
The name of the app? Sorry.
Hushed, like HUSHED.
Okay.
Is it necessary to have a lawyer when starting a company in a small scale like this, just when you're starting? No, it's not necessary to use an attorney. I mean, you're already doing most of it yourself anyways. It can make,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even an attorney. I'm a CPA. I'm a tax advisor. So I'm like a licensed tax practitioner. So I don't, I work with attorneys to actually open the companies because I'm not licensed to do that. And that's considered legal work. So when I open companies for my clients, I use attorneys, but it's really like a very, very standard procedure. And it's like, it's the same. It should be the same for everyone.
Okay. Yeah.
Knowing what you're doing with taxes is probably more important.
Yeah.
Which location is best to have the office? I guess in the state where you open the company.
Yeah. So Wyoming, Delaware, and Mexico are the 3 provinces that I can open, right?
You can open at any province, any location. I think I've been using Wyoming the most. People like New Mexico. People like whatever, like Nevada, Delaware. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same
Okay. Okay. Okay.
for all
Yeah.
intents and purposes. But we usually use Wyoming.
Okay.
If you transfer money from your LLC to India, even though you live in Ireland, will you have to pay taxes in India or Ireland? I don't know.
Okay.
If you have to pay taxes receiving money in India, then yes. I don't know if you have to pay when money comes in. And for Ireland, you might have to pay tax on all your income. If you're a tax resident, they usually tax you on your worldwide income when you're a resident of the country. So you might have to pay tax on your profits for your LLC in Ireland.
Okay. Okay.
Should you have an office somewhere else in order to start a U.S. company? I don't know what you mean by that question.
Yeah. So can my first branch be my head office be in US, and then I open branches somewhere else, or do I have to have a company already somewhere, and then that is when I have an eligibility to open an office in US?
So you want to open physical offices in the U.S.?
No, not the physical office, just to have a company registered. So if I have to get the company registered in US, do I have to have a branch or something already in some other part of the country, or uh, it's fine to be a first initial starting in US itself?
I don't understand really the context of the question. I mean,
Okay, okay.
you're not really required to have any kind of offices to open and operate a company.
Okay, not about the office. I'm just asking, like, let's say that I'm just going to open it, or I'm just going to register it with US first without having any of the branches or anything anywhere in the part of the world. So that doesn't have any impact for me to open an office and register the company in US, right?
Correct. I mean, you don't need any kind of offices or branches before or after you open the company.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Is that a requirement in India or Ireland?
No, it's not, but just wanted to make that part clear as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you contact companies to provide services? The question is, can you solicit clients? Can you get clients in the U.S.? Yes, you can go get clients in the U.S. and you can send them invoices and they can pay you directly.
Okay, so I don't need to pay the local tax for that, right?
There's no sales taxes on services, and
Okay.
the income taxes. If you have no business in the U.S., you don't have to pay those either.
Okay.
Regarding the next question, can you get a visa if you have an LLC or a U.S. or a corp or U.S. company? That's a different process, and you should speak to an immigration attorney. It doesn't necessarily help you to have a company established now. If you want to start the visa process, you could always open a new company and start the process like that. You know, there's not like an immigration reason necessarily to open a company
Okay.
now. Like, but when you talk to an attorney, you might need a company at that point. But it's not like a history of having the company helps, from my understanding.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think you're missing anything. I mean, I think you asked a lot of questions.
So basically first I have to register the company, get the EIN, and then get the account set up, and then I'm ready to go with whatever services I'm providing.
Yeah, well then I mean, you can always that way accept wire transfers. If you want to accept credit cards or anything like that, you need to get a payment processor and you need to integrate that with an invoice software or something like that. But you know, those are all smaller things you can figure out. They can always send wires to you once you have a US account.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think you have actually cleared a lot of questions on top of my mind. So thank you so much for that, James. So yeah, I think I will just reconsider all these stuffs, go back to your website, and I'll reach out to you on email. And if you have any documents regarding this that you can share with me, that would be even more helpful for me. That would be great.
Okay, great. You saw the course, the 5472 course. The other course that I made is a more of an overview course about how taxes in the U.S. work and how to set up the company and decide where you want to put it and stuff. That might be useful for you too. And I lowered the price recently to like $200 or something. So that's actually pretty. If you're into this stuff, you want to get more insights on it. That would be a useful thing to check out.
Yeah, sure, James. You can just send me through the link for it so that I would just go through it, and I can just start from there.
Yeah, it's just on our website. I don't have the direct link, but it's like I only have 2 courses. It's on my website, so I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for checking out the content. Next time, I'm gonna have the what's your name? Natalia?
Nikita.
Nikita. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Next time, I'm gonna have the Nikita read the questions, so it sounds more conversational because I'm just like reading.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
talking.
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
No, but no worries. Thanks for scheduling the call. I hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching the channel and everything. Okay, so I think that call went really well. Nikita was very nice. She has, you can tell she's a smart woman. She has her, based on what she does and how she formed her questions and stuff, very detailed. So those are great questions. Bang through them. So how long is this call? Like 10 minutes. It's a great starter call. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Comment below if you like the video, or like the video if you like the video. Share with a friend if they want to see it. And if you want to schedule a call with me, in the description, you can find that along with my courses and other links below. So thank you so much for your attention and have an amazing day. We'll be in touch and we'll see you in the next video.